Today we're going over how to set up and utilize your Trigger Interactive Smart Target Attachment System for the use in threat identification and engagement training. Now, it's not very often in real-world situations that your threats or targets are going to be known, pre-identified, or static. So wouldn't it be nice to be able to have a way to train that better represents that type of situation? I tend to think so, and that's really what the meat and potatoes of what Trigger Interactive does. It allows us to have random targets at various time intervals, and these threats will come at you in a random and dynamic fashion that will allow you to elevate the realism of your training. Now, this particular type of training will need at least 3 smart target attachments, so our starter pack, combat pack, or deluxe packs can all be utilized. Any other pack can be utilized as well, as long as you have enough additional smart target attachments to pair in. So to get started, what you want to do is turn on your devices, get them paired to the control hub, and get your smart target attachments out on your steel targets. Now, it's very important to note that when you go out to set up your steel targets out on your range, you're going to want them spaced a minimum of 15 yards apart, and you're also going to want to stagger them as well. And the reason for this is that when a bullet hits a steel plate, that bullet is going to shatter, and that shrapnel has the very real potential of damaging a smart target attachment that is on a different target if that target is too close to it. Now, we recommend spacing them out both width and depth as much as you can. And not only will that help to protect your devices, but that also adds to the challenge and the realism of the training itself, because now you have a wider sector of fire and multiple depths that you have to be watching and engaging these targets at. Now, this really forces you to get your eyes up, to get your head on a swivel, to make you aware of what's going on in your surroundings and scan your area looking for these threats. So open the Trigger Interactive app, pair your devices to your smart device, and select the basic combat scenario. You can select from a preset difficulty level, or you can create your own. If you're just starting out, go ahead, just do one of the pre-selected difficulty settings, kind of see where you're at and modify from there. I'm going to go through one of the settings that I kind of like. So in this round, I'm going to do 4 seconds for my active time, 3 seconds in between targets, with 2 simultaneous targets. So what that means is that 2 targets are going to randomly activate, and I have 4 seconds to hit them. And if I don't hit both of them within those 4 seconds, the ones that I don't hit are going to be counted as a miss. I'm then going to do a total of 10 target presentations. So that's 2 targets per presentation times 10 presentations. That equals a total of 20 targets. I still got, a 30-round mag, but just be aware that when you're selecting these, selecting the number of target presentations and simultaneous targets, that those 2 numbers get multiplied together, so you could potentially be doing a mag change in the middle of your scenario. After selecting start, the app will count down. The first 2 targets will randomly present themselves out of the pool of targets that you have on the range. You need to identify those 2 threats and neutralize them within the allotted time frame, which in my case is the 4 seconds. This can also help you go from the low ready to engaging a threat or drawing from the holster as well. Once the scenario is over, you can view your split times, overall times, and average engagement time. You can continue to modify your scenario parameters to increase or decrease the speed and the complexity of this scenario. So try to outdo yourself each iteration. Increase the speed of your identification and engagement skills while focusing on proper weapon handling techniques. And as always, train often, train smarter. Order your system today at triggerinteractive.com.